So this is my very first video ever. I'm a big YouTube fan, but I've never ever made a video. I spent a long time thinking about which Saddleback leather bag I needed to get for myself. Now, I gotta tell you some stuff. I've read a lot of reviews, and I found that a lot of people were complaining about the size being a big factor, and the weight. I'm 5 feet tall. I weigh about 115, 120 pounds on a good day, and I went with the large briefcase, even though it was advised on their site and by different people that it's not the bag to get for someone so short and small. I carry a lot of stuff with me. On any given day, I can have my laptop with me where I need a full keyboard to do some very, very fast typing, and I can have my iPad with me on other days when I'm just doing some smaller stuff and I don't need to do 90, 95 words per minute on a report. So when I need my full keyboard, and I know people are going to say, oh, you can type with your iPad keyboard. Yeah, you can, but I can go a lot faster with, obviously, a full-size laptop. So I decided to go with the large, and as a small woman, I'm going to tell you that it is not a heavy bag. It is pretty much the weight of a regular briefcase, except that because of all this gadgetry, it does get some weight. The leather itself is beautiful. People go on in these reviews about how, you know, it smells up the room, and as soon as you take it out, it's captivating. It takes you right down to memory lane on all kinds of leather. You know what? I didn't get any of that. I'm not emotional that way. Leather is leather. It is very, very good leather. I will give you that. It definitely. I've had the bag now for about 3 weeks. I waited to do the review because I wanted to use it on a daily basis, and I do have a lot of pros. The stuff is made with quality. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This stuff, if you break this, you are a master pro at wear and tear. The bag itself is just phenomenal. It is really good. Having said that, it holds, and I'll open it up. It holds just about everything that I need. And this pocket here, the front pocket, is actually the more useful pocket, I find. You can see I've got my pens that I need to sort of mark papers. And on this side, in here, I've got these different things. And of course, I'm a woman, so you're only going to find this in a female's bag, where I have a little mirror. And in here, I have my little chapsticks and creams. I've got all kinds of stuff in here. I put all my wires and my chargeables in the front pocket as well. It just is much easier to access. You know, I got a skirt here that I have to return. So there you go, guys. You know everything about me. I put this thing in myself. It used to be my old iPad case, and I find that my papers are better protected. Little receipts, stuff I have to give my accountant, when I have to go see my lawyer, all those things are just taken care of much better in here and just sorted a little bit better than throwing them all into this big section. I wasn't crazy about that. That's any bag. That's not just intrinsic to this bag. I find I cannot stand it. This part back here, it's a good area. Like, that's where I put my 17-inch laptop. So I'm probably not doing a very good job of showing you guys because this is my first video. But, oh, the light there really sucks. Let me just move that back into the light. This part back here is great if you want to put your 17-inch laptop, or if you, right up to a 17-inch. I do have to put it on a diagonal to get it in there. And obviously a 15 and 13 would fit perfectly. This is where, when I don't have my laptop, I put my iPad. And I have a case with a keyboard, so my my iPad takes up this space, and then my wallet goes here. Just perfect. As far as quality, I'm not worried about paying the $500-600 plus for this bag. I know that I'll get my money's worth for it. But there are some cons as a female carrying this bag, and I would think that it would be with any of the Saddleback bags that turn into backpacks that you need to sort of know about. I have long hair, and I find that when I put the backpack on, this strap goes on, and then because there's no stopper here, see how this just flows? So you can see what's going to happen. If you pick up this strap right here then this is just going to flow right through due to the weight of the bag when you put it on your shoulder. Then you have to try to get this one onto your other shoulder. I say this with the greatest amount of respect. Practicality of this bag is just not there. Sure, the quality is definitely there. The functionality is there. But practicality, this is just too much bag for everyday use. And I do use it every day. I enjoy it. But I do find that I have moments where I'm very, very frustrated. That no stopper here to stop this whole strap from going to one side, and then this being incredibly long, that's a real pain. So that means you have to wear it on two shoulders in order to balance it out. And I'm sure that was the intent by the Saddleback company, but it's just a pain if you're quickly grabbing your bag to get off a train, like I do. I commute every day, so it's just a pain. Or if you've got a purse with you, or if you have another bag and you just quickly want to put this on your shoulder because you're getting a transfer or you're getting out of your car, it's not the most convenient that way. And again, when you factor in the weight, and I hate to use this word, the cumbersomeness of this bag, it's very, very tough leather. It is brand spanking new. It's a month old. It's going to take me a good year to break this in. Moving on to the other part, this is the part I dislike the most. This ring here is so large that when you, as a female, put this on in your backpack, and you can see I've got it set up in backpack mode all the time because I rarely carry a bag right here. I find that to be just way too much, again, cumbersomeness. So this part here will rip out your hair like you would not believe. And none of the guys that have reviewed this, and it seems like it's only guys that have reviewed Saddleback leather bags, but none of them have complained about that. But if you have long hair, you're adding another couple of minutes to put this on as a backpack so that you don't rip out and have a bald head at the back of your head, because it really rips out quite a bit. The other thing that I find is a little bit on the annoying side, and again, these are just minor cons, intrinsic to me. I'm sure that if you don't have long hair, if you don't have these issues, the bag is perfect. It's a great bag. But just pointing out some things that you might want to note about a bag this large, a bag that weighs this much, and being female with long hair and maybe on the shorter side at 5 feet tall, not being as quick to be able to sort of move things because of my size and the size of the bag. The other thing that I find a little bit on the annoying side, and I'm sure it'll go away, is that this flap, like when you are in your most dire moment looking for something frantically, like my phone or something like that, this thing will always move forward like this. And I know that once it breaks in, it'll be fine. But when you're looking through the bag and you're going crazy trying to find something, as all females, my keys, whatever it is that I desperately need, this thing will constantly hit you in the face. And see that flappy part? That'll hit you right in the face. And there's a humbling feeling that comes every time your bag is hitting you in the face while you're desperately trying to find something. So when that breaks in, and I'm sure when the entire bag breaks in, it's going to be a fantastic bag. It really is. It's just that right now I feel like it's too much bag, and I'm really looking forward to the day that it's all worn and torn and just, well, not so much torn, but worn so that it has a little bit more flexibility to give me. Because right now it's like carrying a log. I mean, it's a great log. It holds all my stuff. I'm really, really happy with it. But it's taken some getting used to as opposed to some other bags that I've had. Granted, those other bags don't look anywhere near as nice as this. They're not as well made. They certainly don't have the beauty of this bag. But, you know, everything has a price, and it's important to know about that. Because this is so much bag, and it's great because I'm a lawyer, I'm a professor as well, and it's a great bag for those things. I can put tons of student papers in here. I can put that laptop. I can do all kinds of things that I need to do. But having said that, I find that for everyday use, because my bag doubles as my purse, this is my purse as well as my bag. I'm not going to carry all those bags, but I would think that a large satchel would probably be a better investment when I have my iPad and a wallet, keys, sunglasses, and a couple of knickknacks. This is a lot of bag, and it's great. I do go through a lot of stuff. I do carry a lot of stuff, but I would think that this bag on a daily basis would be a bit too much for anybody. Again, on that same note, maybe a medium-sized bag would be better as well if you're not using it for lugging a lot of stuff. And I know Dave and everybody else that does reviews goes on about how, it's a size-oriented thing. It's not. If you could be 6'5" and, all you're carrying is your iPad every day and your keys and a wallet. If you're not lugging huge amounts of stuff, you do not need this bag. And I think that's a very, very important point. It has nothing to do with your size and how comfortable you're going to be. It's just a lot of bag to be lugging for no reason. So that's my review. I think it's going to wear in really nicely. Just one final note. These pockets here, absolutely useless. Absolutely useless. I mean, unless you wouldn't want to trust your phone in that. You wouldn't want to trust your keys in that. You wouldn't want to trust anything into that because it's just going to fall out. So unless it's a bottle of water, which I doubt will fit in here, I'm reaching for a bottle of water right now, and I'm going to try to see if I can get it in while holding the camera. I'm not really adept that way. So unless it's something cheap, as you can see, I'm not getting that bottle of water in. And that's a small bottle of water, so it's not one of those huge ones. Oh, I think there you go. So once it stretches, I can get the bottle of water in. That's the only thing at maybe $1.50 that I would trust in those pockets. I wouldn't put anything of value in there. I certainly wouldn't put my passport or my airline tickets or anything like that because this has absolutely no ability to keep anything in. And as soon as you pick this bag up, even if you pick it up when it's not closed, like that, and it's rocking forward, you're going to lose some valuable stuff. So these pockets I wouldn't use. Now, I do use this pocket, this one back here. This one's really good. And you can see my cell phone's there, and it makes it easy for me to find my cell phone. I would not use this pocket for long travel. Like, I wouldn't leave my cell phone in there and then walk around New York and Toronto and then maybe get on a plane and then put this bag in my lap. I certainly wouldn't do that. That's not that would make me nervous because, again, it can easily fall out. It's got a rubber case on it. I wouldn't even hear it if it fell out, and it would be gone. So useful pocket for short-term storage. Or very inexpensive item like a magazine or something, but I certainly wouldn't put any secure items in here. And I understand that that's probably what Dave was thinking as well. This is not your safety pocket by any means, but just don't make a habit of leaving stuff in here that you value because it'll fall out for sure. And the phone has fallen out, luckily at home, so that's why I brought that up. Some really, really good points about this bag. Strong, durable. These straps are fantastic. I would highly recommend, and this is a precaution to everybody buying this bag. I got the old clasps. These are a pain in the ass. Oops, I don't know if you're allowed to say that on YouTube. These are not good. They're threaded and they turn. So here, I'll get in closer. If you get this round thing, you can see I'm turning it. If you get this off its threads, this thing is stuck. And then you're going to have to take a pair of pliers and ruin this nice silvery finish, this whatever this is, chrome, I don't know what it is. I'm not adept that way. And then you're going to have to get that to try to get this thing off. That's a pain. So as soon as I got it, one of these was kind of busted. It was off its threads, and I couldn't even turn this into the knapsack format. So what I did was I called them, and immediately they sent out a new clasps to me. So if you do get these older clasps, make sure that you call them right away to get the new clasps. That's probably the best advice I can give you. Other than that, ladies, this bag is great. It's a really, really good bag. For the average person not carrying as much stuff as I am, the medium size at 5 feet tall, 120 pounds is probably a lot better. And if you have any questions, just leave them for me, and I will be more than happy to answer them. Thanks.